Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to threat level 5 of the new Retribution side quest. So this is pretty much basically just like a saga showcase kind of thing, but yeah, it's just like the side quest for this month. So basically what you want here is you just want class advantage. So for your tech, you want a cosmic. For your mystic, you want a science, and for your skill, you want a mutant. So for this first fight, you are going to, when you have class advantage, you're gonna want to have debuffs applied to you, right? For each debuff on the attacker up to 3, you're gonna deal back 120% damage while striking the defender as direct damage. So normally you would take up to 30% damage when you're striking the defender without a superiority, but when you have a superiority, you're going to deal 120% back to the defender. After that, the attacker is inflicted with an indefinite 5% armor break debuff when blocking the defender's attacks. So once you hit 3 of those, you're going to just put it all back on the defender in terms of damage. And then you've got, whenever the attacker blocks a hit from the special attack, you're gonna gain a fury buff. And then you also have, when you perform a parry, you are going to gain a power gain buff. And finally, every 16 seconds, the defender's gonna gain an undermine buff for 12 seconds. However, if you're out of striking range, you'll get it instead. So let's have a go. So Penny Parker, she's a bit of an annoying defender, but all of these people are. So all you want to do is basically, I'm just going to take all these blocked hits to try and get all the armor breaks that I need, and then we can start to go ham. So now I'm going to deal all the damage back to the defender. As you can see, I'm already sending the defender into an early grave. This is like probably the fastest fight I've ever had. So that's pretty much all you want to do. You just want to use Venom and then just get through it. So that was quite fast. So the main node with the superiority is on all of these fights on this path at least, but this one has different set of other nodes, right? So you have, when the attacker lands the same basic attack twice in a row, you're going to get inflicted with a 30% armor break debuff. So that's basically combat deja vu. It says there, but like normally it's like a mixed master thing. So if you try and hit 2 of the same basic hits or 2 basic hits, they're gonna evade the second one. And then finally, the attacker resists up to 90% of degen damage, and it is reduced by flat 30% for each of the attacker's filled bars of power. Additionally, knocking the defender down removes the attacker's degeneration effects, each inflicting one of the defender, dealing 1,000% damage over 5 seconds. So basically with this, all you want to do is use Hulk, and you want to just like hit with basic attacks. So this is pretty straightforward, this fight. I'd assume, I haven't done it yet, but it looks pretty easy. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need to do. Okay, massive lag spike there, but it's fine. And you just keep going in and in. I lost my bonus. I don't know why I'm not getting the extra damage, but you know, we're fine. Oh, this fight is so laggy. What is going on? What is happening? But he's dead. Oh my god, these fights are so fast. These fights are so fast. That's crazy. Alright, so the final fight of this path, which is crazy to be like 5 minutes, you have the same node as the start, but here, whenever the attacker dodges an attack, both champions are inflicted with a heal block and a taunt, lowering the attack rating by 10%, and a disorient debuff, reducing their defensive ability accuracy and block proficiency by 10%. This is going to last around 12 seconds, and the other node here is punishing the defender's special attack, grants a grit, which is basically when you hit them, the unstoppable is going to do nothing. He spawns during the attacker's special attacks and while the striker is active. So basically the main thing to look out for here is Atuma's shrug off ability, because he shrugs off debuffs really fast. From what I can see, he doesn't have a way to gain armor break debuffs, which is fine because you don't need them on Atuma. Atuma's kind of just fine to verse. I don't really see an issue versing him. So yeah, He is going down quite fast. Oh my god. And because you have that passive stun, you just are able to heavy and it'll count as an extended pause, which is lovely. And now see I have the grit because I punish a defender's special. So we will just keep going in and in. He's already halfway down. So yeah, that is pretty much the fight over very, very soon. And so just have to deal the rest of the health here. If I can get to a special 2, I will, but I don't think I will be able to with the amount of health he has left. Oh, I will, but look at this. Jesus. Now, I don't like using Onslaught, but I know he's really good, so I use him. So that will do it for this part.